Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Trading Within the Box here, July 19th here, and 2023, and welcome to my site. This is not a recommendation to buy, hold, sell any stocks, commodities, futures, or any equities or options. This is an educational video only to learn how to trade patterns, chart patterns. Please like and subscribe my channel and share my channel if you like the content here. Okay, thank you very much for coming to the trading class. And right now, I want to show you something about gold. Okay, now gold is one of those things where, it pops the upside fast and things move very, very fast with gold. Okay, so that's something that let's watch what's going on here. Okay. So now, what do we have going on right here? So we do have the bullish head and shoulder pattern, okay, right here, okay? So what do? We measure the bottom, so 175.73, and then we measure the neckline. So we got at 182, so let's say 7 points. So we go from here to 189, okay? So I think we're heading up here, and we're going to test the high swing highs here. Okay, that's what I think is going to happen here. Okay, because we got the volume increasing coming in. We had massive. I put some arrows here just to show you what's going on here. Okay, let me take the paint off. So we had when we were looking at the volume, we had a big buyers right in this area right here. Okay. So we saw some big buyers coming in because we're watching the volume, watching the orders come in, and we knew right here, right at this candlestick right here, that there was monster buying coming in. Okay, and this was accumulation, okay, and it was at support. Then they pulled it back with lighter volume. Okay, so we knew it was going on. We had the stochastic all the way on the bottom, okay, and we had this massive discount, and we knew we had the discount, okay, with 1, 2, 3, 4 peaks on the way down. So I always say after the fourth peak, we start heading in a different direction. Not always, but a lot of times. Now, what you see here is when you get the gap up, okay, you gap up with nice volume right there, okay, you got a cluster of volume back here, okay, where my arrow is, okay, and then look down here, okay, on gold. Now, gold moves fast and furious, okay, right off the bottom. Look how it moved up right here, okay, and then we have a step pattern right here, okay. Now, if we get a step pattern, we're going to see what's going on here with the volume here today, okay. We get a step pattern. Now, we're in resistance right now, okay. So we could get this little sideways, it could hold. Now, it held here when it went into resistance, which was right there, okay. It held. Now, you come in, and there was a massive buyer right here. I put right there. See where I put my little text there. Massive buying right here. So write this down, okay? Today is July 19th, 2023 on gold. GLD is the symbol. Right now, it's 9:52 a.m. You got 183.82. Okay, that's where we're at right now. So write it down. That's where they came in and they popped it to the upside yesterday. Okay, they slammed it up. Now, when you look at your backtrack and you look where you're going into, okay, you're going into this candlestick right here with 9.52 million shares, okay? So we're going in with 8.24, okay? So we're coming into this area here. Let's see what happens if we get some follow-through volume and we get up into this 189, okay? So that's something that we're going to have to keep watching and looking at, okay? So that's on the GLD. Now, I want to flip back. I had a request from one of my really good friends, First Energy Corporation, okay? So I want to go over this for him, and I want to show LK what's going on here, okay? So now, watch what's happening with First Energy, okay? We come off the bottom, okay? And where was the bottom? Bottom was right down here at 36.62, okay? Now we have a higher low right here, and we have a higher low right here, and we have a capitulation candlestick at support, and we have another higher low right here, okay? Now, keep in mind, we have earnings. Let's see what the earnings date, okay, we're down here on July 24th. We have actually August 1st, I'm sorry. August 1st is the earnings date, so we got to be careful as we go into this resistance area. So what's going to happen with First Energy Let's look at the volume. Now, the reason why it's struggling in this area, remember my YouTube channel, Trading Within the Box here. What is it about, okay? We're trading within the box here, okay? So we came down hard and heavy with this volume right here in this spot, okay? Now, we have a major resistance area right here. All the short sellers are selling into this spot right here. And where is that? Right at that 39.72 range. Okay, so why are we struggling to get into that area? Why? Because now put your eyes down to this area right here. Look at this volume. Now look at the volume here decreasing. You got a divergence coming down in volume. So it is popping up and off the support and resistance areas. Support, support, support. And then the resistance area, the sell area is right there. So you're trading within the box, okay? Now, the reason why it's struggling is, look at your volume as you're coming up here. You got 2.4 million shares, 2.5 million shares as you're going up. The last time you got up into the resistance area, you were at 2.84 million shares. Now, you came down the selling volume into this capitulation candlestick, which was right here at 40.23, okay? And that was on in May, okay? What happened? How much volume? We're talking 15.46 million shares coming down. You're going into this area here, okay, with 2.51 million shares. That's why you can't get out of this area, okay? That's why you're stuck in this spot right here, okay? Now you come down here and there's an exchange of money right at the support level, okay? And that was almost 17 million shares. So when you came down 15.46 million shares, you're in that candlestick. You're basically trading within this candlestick, which is right here, okay? Right in that spot. So that's why you're struggling. That's why you can't get out of this range. So now we're in a trading range, okay? But we do have higher lows. So let's see when we get back up into this area. Let me take the paint off here. And let's see. So we have resistance at 39.70. And we have resistance at 40.11, okay? Now, let me explain something here. If we get past this area, okay, and we start to, let's say we come back up, and now we're going to make another run, okay? Let's say we stop here. Now, let's see if we continue to go sideways on First Energy. If we break out, okay, all the shorts, the people that are shorting this stock, all the institutional money that's shorting this stock will turn and go long, okay? And then you'll be up at the 41.33, 41.34 range, okay? Now, you got to look at this, pull your chart back and see where this stock was. This stock took a hit, okay? It was at 42.24, okay? And then we came down to 36. Now, this is not a stock where, you're going to get, it's going to get up to $100 or anything like that, okay? The last high was up here at this 48.82, okay? So that looks like that was a while back, and then we were up at $52, okay? So this is not something that, as you bring the chart all the way back, this is not a stock that's going to $100 or anything like that, okay? This is something that's going to stay in a range, and it's going to be, and it's solid though. It's not crashing completely down to $30 or $20 or anything like that. So at least you're holding, and the dividends are coming in, and all that stuff is going on. So it's holding pretty solid in that area, but it's not going to be taking off or anything like that, okay? If you get lucky at one point, it'll be $43, okay? And then you have a major resistance area right there, okay? And that would be at $43, okay? But first you got to get past 40.04, then you got to get past 41.10, then you got to get past 41.87, then you go into that range. And then what? Okay, so that could be months and months away if it ever gets up there, which right now I don't think it will, okay, because we're trading right here. You do have a channel, a little bit of a channel. So you see the channel? You have a channel. So you could be coming like this kind of thing slowly right up into this area. Okay, we'll see what happens. So that's on First Energy. Now I want to go to Microsoft, because Microsoft, as you look at it, now let's go to weekly chart on Microsoft here, because I have to show you something here. We had a breakout. So we were waiting for this to happen. See my red line at the top there, and then it's coming up here into this area here. So right at this top, at this high, at 349.67, okay. Now yesterday, a massive amount of volume came into Microsoft, and now today we got a lot of volume coming in here. So we had the sideways consolidation here. Okay, we were waiting to see what was going to happen with Microsoft. Was it going to hold and then just go sideways for a while? And now, boom, we're getting the breakout of Microsoft now. Okay, again. Okay, and then we want to see what's going to happen. Now look at this massive volume here. Now yesterday's volume, remember, it's only 10 o'clock in the morning here right now. You had 138 million shares yesterday. Okay, right now you have 91 million shares, and the market just opened. Okay, so look at this monster coming in here. Okay, we have a monster coming in here. We're at 359.21 right here on July 19th, 2023 here. Okay, 10 o'clock in the morning here. So we're going to 389.79. Keep watching this thing. It's gonna go. Now watch this really quick here. So we get the sideways consolidation. Okay. Usually, what do I say? As far as they go sideways, as far as they go high. You're going up. Your next stop is at 386.45 or 390. Okay, possibly on our way to 407. Okay, this is a massive move. Okay, I want everybody to understand what's going on here. Okay, because this is something that we didn't think was going to happen, but as we keep getting these monster buys, right there, and then right there, right there. Okay, we get these monster moves, and we get up and above, and we got a step pattern, which is extremely strong on the weekly chart. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, I made a mistake when I was talking to you about volume. This is weekly volume here. Okay. Now, it's only Wednesday. We had 138 million shares last week. Okay. And then now we're into it with 91 million shares. Okay. We go back to the daily chart, and what's our average volume? Okay. What do we see? We're at the 58 million shares. Sorry. Let's say 30 million shares. So let's say we get 30 million shares out of today, and we get Thursday and Friday 30, 60, 90, and 120. So we'll be at that. We'll be, let's say, at 120 million shares, whatever. Okay. So this is something that we have earnings coming up, and you know the earnings are going to be good. So we're going into this area here. Okay. Let's keep watching Microsoft. How we'll manage that is, let's go to a 2-hour chart, and we always do the same thing here. Now, look at this. We got this little post pattern. We come up with massive volume, and now we're going to drift back with lighter volume here, okay? And we could go a little sideways here, then break out again. And that's when you get the step pattern. The strong step pattern right here, okay? As you're going up. Okay, so that's something that you want to watch. Now the IWM, let's look at it here. We got the small caps now, okay? We're in the small caps here, and I want to show everybody here what's going on here. Now, as we reach the small caps, we're going up into this area here at this. This is IWM. It's a symbol, okay? We're going to go into this area right here because we're already past this. We're going into the top of the range here at 198 to 199 and possibly 200. Okay, it's 197 today. Okay, so this is something that we have. How many peaks do we have here? Okay, on a daily chart here. Okay, we have 1, 2, we have 3. Okay, and now we got the fourth peak coming up. So now we're way stretched up. okay? We do have some profit taking here coming up, and this is something that you have to continue to keep watching, okay? We had a beautiful W formation with a higher right side of the W right there with a capitulation candlestick and an engulfing, okay? Now we got up to this range, and I saw that there were a lot of buyers up here as we started breaking out, okay? So then we got up to this area, took the bread off the table, okay? Now, right there, right, that candlestick right there, a lot of buyers came in. We saw yesterday coming into this thing, okay? A lot of the day before, I'm sorry. And then yesterday, again, a lot of buyers came into this, okay? So that's something that is going on with the small caps, with the IWM. And now let's look at the banks. Now the banks, I was looking at the banks. There was a lot of buying coming in. There was a lot of buying coming into the banks. But we're going into this downdraft right here with a lot of volume coming down with the banks, okay? So we're going into a heavy resistance area right now here. So remember, as we reach the end of August here, we'll take a shot at it probably again. Hit the resistance, probably come down, and then let's see. Now if it breaks out, we just keep going, okay? So that's how we'll know this market's going to head to really the top of the range, okay? Let's go to S&P 500 because that's the market. And you look at S&P 500 and you see the same thing heading into that one right now in that 460, 230 range, okay? We're at 456.02. Okay, so that's something that we're constantly going to keep watching as it goes into that top of the range. Okay, the semiconductors, because we're trying to look at the market to see what's going to happen with this market. Okay, and what happens here? We got the W formation, same thing, higher right side of the W. We come up, capitulation candlestick, gap up, and then boom, we get up and over. Now we're up and over, and let's see if we hold the area here, and then head up to 163.35 on the SMH. Right now, 159.27. Okay, so that's something. Let's look at Duke Energy. Because there was money coming in to the energy stocks, okay, at, let me just see the date. That was on July 5th. I had seen something coming into on July 5th, which was right here around here. Okay. I saw money coming into the utilities, okay? So now on Duke Energy, okay, now Duke Energy, watch this. We have a weekly chart here. We have a beautiful setup here, okay? Right here, we have, this is on July 19th, 2023, okay? We had a crossover with the stochastic. We had nice volume coming in. We had a downdraft with a W, okay? We held support with a right side that's higher with an engulfing, okay? Let's see what happens here. We get more buying here. This turns green right here, and we get the capitulation candlestick, okay? So right now, you're coming into this downdraft. Now on the weekly chart, when you came down in the week of May 15th, you had 12.362 million shares coming down, okay? Now last week, you had 13.67 million. So you have more shares going into this bar right here, coming up. So we're going to retest the top of this bar on Duke Energy, okay? Right now it's 92.34 on July 19th here, 2023. Okay, so you're going to test the top of this bar, and the top of that bar is at 97.56, okay? So now we have a nice trade here. This is another good setup here. So now look at this. Okay, now on Duke Energy, this kind of looks like FE a little bit. Now you look at this, you come off the bottom, you have beautiful volume coming in. Now the magnet is going to be back to that volume area. As you come back into this area with lighter volume, they're not selling it. Okay, they're just discounting it. You come back up, okay. You come back and you get the W formation. Okay, this is on a daily chart. You come back and then the money starts coming in, okay? Now we passed the middle of the W. We had 3.07 million shares. One went over 256.56 and 2.9 million shares. Okay, So we get up and above. That's what we want to see. Now, we get up above the resistance area. Okay? Now, let's see if this holds. And we start. Now, we have right now, as of today, this morning, we have an engulfing candlestick on the right side here again. Let's see here. Now, how are we going to know? Okay? We want to get past this area, and we want to get into this 95.74 range. Because that's going to be the next stop here for Duke Energy. How do we know we're uptrending? We want to go to 2-hour chart. Now, look at this beauty. Right here, we come off support. We got, on a 2-hour chart, we got stochastic heading up. Okay, we got this beauty coming up. Okay. So now, you're coming into this area here, and you got higher lows. Okay. 94.79 is game. Okay. So we're coming, now this is a beautiful thing of beauty, because we want to get above right here. Want to get above the 93.54 range. Okay, want to come up, want to tag it, hold it, boom. Then we recock and we get up to the 99.69 range. Okay, Duke Energy we're talking about here. Okay, so this is a beautiful setup right here. Okay, so this is what we're talking about here. This is why we look at patterns. This is a pattern recognition class. Okay, I'm not telling you when to buy, what to buy. I'm just showing you patterns, and we have a good setup here, okay, right now. Okay, so now on Duke Energy, let's go to 45-minute chart, and we got a lot of buyers in this stock right here. Right here, we got right here, we got right here, we got right here, and we got right here, okay? Look at Duke Energy now, okay? That's something that you're gonna be watching very closely as it starts breaking out of this area here, okay? As it starts breaking out of that area. Right there, trading within the box, okay? That's something that I wanted to show you, okay? Now, one more before we go, because we have to go now. But we're running out of time, and I want to just go over the CME group, okay? Now, the CME group, we had some beautiful, this is unbelievable pattern right here. Okay, so look at the higher lows. This is on a daily chart, okay? We have an uptrend, okay? Okay, now we had massive buying down here, okay? We come up. Now, this was an unbelievable, we have the W right here with the engulfing, with the stochastic crossing, okay? We come up, we have a little bit, now we have a divergence of volume as we're heading up to resistance. So if anybody's in this 190.62, that's where the profit taking is going to be, okay? Could be short-term profit taking, not long-term, okay? So these are trades, remember? These are swing trades, okay? Now we had a massive buyer come in here, and this is what always happens here. You get the massive buyer in this area, and then they'll pull it back, okay? Okay, and they'll pull it back, and you want to see it come back with the lighter volume, okay? And it does. So then when you see them come right back in, bam, that's the spot, right? Okay, because you want to see if they're going to come up to this range and test it. And you have to see if it has enough volume to test it, okay? Comes up to the area, again, now it's got no volume here, right? Right there, and then boom, it fails. But what? Then holds at a higher level right there. You see it? Holds at a higher level. Okay, so now we got to step up here, okay? Because they're not selling this, okay? That's why I wanted to go over this CME group with you with this pattern, okay? And then we come up, and then they take the profit. You see the candlestick right there. Then what happens? Bam! They're back in, and they're going to head to the next level. Okay, and that's how a great setup is. Okay, and let's just go to the weekly chart, and we're still in the sweet spot. And as we look at the weekly chart, let's just take this off so I don't get confused here. Okay, so as you look here, as you're heading up, okay, so you're heading up into this bar. Now, when we went into this bar here, okay, we were going into it right here at 7.79 million shares. We're at 7.12, okay? So we knew we were going to go in and test this bar, okay? The middle of the W on the weekly chart at 6.9 million shares. So we're going into it with 7.12. You know you're going to the top of the range here. Okay, that was an incredible trade. Okay, so now what's going to happen here? Are we going to test this area here? Are we going to go up to it? We could. Now, this thing could keep going. So you look at a weekly chart here, and what do you see? Look at the higher lows. Higher lows, higher lows. W, right side higher, boom. We get a little bit of a cluster of a sideways. Now, this is accumulation here, okay? Week by week by week. 3 weeks in a row. And then pop, bam, okay? And then look at the volume and look at the sellers. No sellers there, okay? So now we're going up into this area here, and this is going to be your next stop, okay? So that's something that I just wanted to show you also on the CME group. It's been fantastic. It's been a fantastic rally so far. If you go back to my videos for great setups, you'll see at the beginning of the month on July 3rd, I had a lot of videos there showing which ones were heading up, you know, and all the setups, and there were so many beautiful setups. I can't go over them all at once, but Amgn was another one, and we had Amgn right here, and it's coming off the beautiful W here. I had gone over that, and I'll go over that in another video with the engulfing. We got the stochastic on the weekly chart heading up. This is a thing of beauty. Okay, now we go to daily. Okay, and we're heading up here on the daily chart. Okay, and we get up and over now. We got up and over on Amgn now. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Okay, look at the higher lows right here on a daily chart on Amgn, heading up into this area right here. Okay, and possibly 242.13. Okay, so that's something I wanted to go over with you, everybody, on that. Now keep an eye on it, and keep an eye on it with the 2-hour chart. Look at the massive buying here. Look at this. You can't hide volume. Look at these guys right there. Bam. Okay. Amgn breaking out right here. Amgn broke out right there. Okay. Right there yesterday. Okay. We had the sideways consolidation, and then we broke out. Okay. On Amgn. So I don't have enough time to go over all of these. I want to thank everybody for coming. I hope everybody likes this video. Have a wonderful rest of your week trading. Everybody be careful, be safe out there, and thank you for coming to my site here and the charting class. And please like and subscribe and share my channel if you can. Have a wonderful day.